Yeah guys, before the video starts, this is a little bit different than what I normally upload, so if you guys do enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and let me know down in the comments so I should make more videos like this. You know what's going on, guys? Today, we're going to go over the top 10 new Era Survivor players that did not make merge. Let's get straight into it. At number 10, we have Claire Rafson from Survivor 44. Claire is someone who actually had a lot of potential to be the villain of the season. She was doing some pretty cool stuff for the little amount that we saw her. Like talking strategy to the players on the other tribes while sitting out of an immunity challenge. But that was also her problem. She sat out of all of the challenges, so when her tribe lost a challenge, she was a pretty obvious boot. And that's why I can't put her higher on the list, because even though she could have been a fun villain, she kind of did it to herself. At number 9, we have Jungle Jim from Survivor 46. Now, Jim is a person who actually had some potential to be a good player. The only problem with her game was the Yanu tribe. The Yanu tribe was so horrible that they lost almost every single vote pre-merge, except for the last one. And because of this, Jim made moves they didn't need to because they were bored. Let me explain. Jim finds an idol and rehides the clue to trick everyone. This kind of backfires on her when her tribe actually does go to tribal, and she gets blindsided with an idol in her pocket. And I honestly think that if her tribe goes to tribal council at any other point pre-merge, I think she would have been safe. She wasn't a great player or anything, but she could have also been a pretty goofy player to see at merge. At number 8, we have Maddie Paloma from Survivor 44. Maddie was the first boot of the season, and I know what you're thinking. How could a first boot be on this list? Well, this wasn't a normal first boot scenario. 9 times out of 10, Maddie is not the first boot of this tribe. But the problem is, Brandon, someone that does not trust her, finds the hidden immunity idol on episode 1. And he uses it, and Maddie gets voted out with his single vote. Now, I will say she was pretty cocky after the season, calling herself the godfather of her tribe. But to be fair, I would also be pretty mad if I was the first boot to get idled out. At number 7, we have Randon from Survivor 45. And now, Randon seems like a pretty cool guy. He found an idol, he was pretty good at challenges, and he was the only person on his tribe who wanted to work with Venus the Stinkus. And I literally cannot imagine how much patience you would need to do that. It seemed like Randon had a pretty easy ride to the merge. But then the bamboo attacked. Randon slept on some bamboo incorrectly and it messed up his hand and they medically evacuated him from the game. And it honestly sucks to see such a promising player go out of the game due to something out of his control. Can we get some bring back Randons in the comments, please? And at number 6, we have Asia Welch. Asia is the most recent player voted out of Survivor 47. And honestly, she was a good player screwed over by twists and advantages. Let me explain. Asia was on the Red Tribe, and Rome is also on that tribe, and nobody on the Red Tribe likes Rome, but Rome found an idol that is only good for one tribal council, so that means he is guaranteed to make it past his first tribal. If this was just a normal idol, there is a very good chance Rome would not play it at his first tribal council because Rome is delusional and thinks he's controlling his tribe. And then Rome is sent on a journey and gets a still and vote advantage, and pretty much scares Teeny and Kashan into working with him. And honestly, the only mistake Asia makes in this episode is the fact she wouldn't vote for Saul. And honestly, she didn't even know if she was a target, so I don't really blame her. And she was unfortunately taken out of the game due to advantages and twists, and sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And at number 5, we have Brad from Survivor 41. Brad is a player who was very fun to watch play the game, but unfortunately he found the stupidest idol in the history of Survivor. Pretty much for this idol, you have to say a stupid phrase before they start the immunity challenge. It will be a phrase like, "I'm for like a banana on steroids," and if the other 2 tribes don't say a wacky phrase as well, then you can't vote at tribal council and you can't use your idol. So pretty much, Brad had an idol and a vote still and literally had no power in the game and was voted out. I think Brad makes it to the final 5 on pretty much any other New Era season. Number 4 is Saboya. Saboya is probably one of the most shocking pre-merge boots in Survivor history. A great player cursed by her starting tribe. On her starting tribe, we have a person who quits the game on day 3, a person who can't climb a ladder, another quitter, and then Caleb, the only saving grace. But her only saving grace is also her downfall. After they lose their 3rd immunity challenge in a row, she wants to target Caleb because he is a giant threat. She tells this to Emily, but she doesn't know how close Caleb and Emily are. But here's where things get spicy. She has an idol, but it's covered in wax, and she needs to find somewhere warm to put it, like a fire. But they haven't been able to win a challenge, so they have had no flint the entire game. So she takes the idol to Tribal Council and puts it in the fire at Tribal. And then she reads it while voting, and it says, the idol can be used at this Tribal, or she can give up her vote for it to be used up until merge. And in a split-second decision, she decides to risk her vote, and she gets voted out with it in her pocket. A great player on an absolutely abysmal tribe. At number 3, we have Matthew from Survivor 44. Matthew is an odd player. He was playing a great game. He found the re-hit idol after Brandon used it to take out Maddie. And then he made a really good-looking fake idol and tricked Jamie into picking it up. He was definitely the best strategic player in his tribe. And then he tried to climb a rock and fell and broke all the bones in his arm and got medically evacuated from the game. A smart player who made a really, really dumb decision. Number 2, we got Bahu Gabal. This guy asked his tribe to give him idols. He was a real game changer, and sadly he didn't win $1 million, but he definitely won 1,000,000 hearts. And even possibly 1,000,000 V-Bucks. And now for the moment you all have been waiting for, the number 1 spot. At number 1, we have Bruce from Survivor 44. Now, I know Bruce was only in the game for like less than 47 minutes, but the amount of aura he had in those minutes was absolutely unmatched. Now, if you didn't know, they had to make the jury of 44 revote for the winner 97 times because they kept insisting that Bruce should win, but then they finally caved in and gave the win to Jam Jam. Well, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And remember, Brucey Woosey is the best Survivor player to ever exist of all time. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye. Also, let me know if I left out any good pre-merge Survivor New Era players, because I literally couldn't think of any other ones, and that's why Bahu was at number 2.
Hey everybody, this is Bruce here for Season 45 Survivor. Now, I, Bruce, the greatest Survivor player to ever exist, demand that all of you subscribe to Meme View, that's M-E-M-E, View, and hit the like button, or, if you don't, you end up like me on Season 44, alright? You don't want that, do you? Peace!